Mama's Family was a sitcom that brought laughter into living rooms across America with its quirky characters, hilarious family dynamics, and the unforgettable sass of Thelma Harper, aka Mama. Spanning from 1983 to 1990, the show gained a loyal fan base and remains a nostalgic favorite. But have you ever wondered what happened to the talented cast after the final curtain call? Let's take a walk down memory lane and see where the stars of Mama's Family are now, how their careers have evolved and what they've been up to since their iconic roles on the show. 1. Vicki Lawrence as Thelma Mama Crowley Harper. By the time Mama's Family hit its stride in the 1980s, Thelma Mama Harper had become a fully realized character that embodied the humor, resilience, and occasional chaos of family life. With her sharp tongue, fiery temper, and old-school practicality, Mama was the matriarch who ruled her household with love, masked in no-nonsense advice and hilarious quips. Whether wielding her ever-present purse for emphasis or delivering cutting insults with perfect timing, Mama was a character fans couldn't get enough of. Her floral dresses, lace-collared aprons, and orthopedic shoes only added to her charm. Vicki Lawrence, born on March 26, 1949, in Inglewood, California, brought Thelma Harper to life in a way that became unforgettable. At just 34 years old when Mama's Family premiered in 1983, Lawrence displayed incredible range, flawlessly portraying a character decades older than herself. Known for her comedic genius on The Carol Burnett Show, where Mama originated in the family sketches, Lawrence used her impeccable timing and talent to turn Mama into a household name. Critics praised her performance, with some even calling her transformation into Mama comic brilliance. Following the end of Mama's Family in 1990, Lawrence continued to shine in the entertainment world. She hosted her stand-up comedy show, Vicki and Mama, a two-woman show, delighting audiences by bringing Mama back to life. Beyond acting, Lawrence made waves as a singer, with her 1973 hit, The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, reaching #1 on the U.S. and Canadian charts, a testament to her versatility as an entertainer. Now, at 75 years old, Vicki Lawrence remains a beloved icon in the entertainment industry. Beyond her contributions to television and music, she has used her platform to raise awareness for health and social causes, including her advocacy for chronic idiopathic urticaria, CIU, a condition she personally battled. Her legacy is one of laughter, resilience, and a fierce dedication to her craft, making her a true legend in Hollywood history. 2. Dorothy Lyman as Naomi Oats Harper. Dorothy Lyman brought unforgettable flair to Mama's Family as Naomi Oats Harper, the fun, flirty, and slightly over-the-top daughter-in-law who always kept things interesting. Naomi was all about bold choices, whether it was her colorful, tight-fitting outfits, dramatic makeup, or her lively personality. Married to Mama's dim-witted son, Vinton Harper, Naomi was a mix of sass and sweetness, often dreaming of romance but just as often finding herself in the hilarious chaos of the Harper household. She was a character you couldn't help but love for her big heart and even bigger hair. Born on April 18, 1947, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Dorothy Lyman was 36 years old when she first stepped into Naomi's flashy shoes in 1983. Before Mama's Family, Dorothy was already a daytime TV favorite for her role as Opal Sue Gardner on All My Children, but Naomi let her showcase her comedic side, and boy, did she nail it. Fans loved her for bringing humor and warmth to a character who always added sparkle to the show. After Mama's Family wrapped in 1990, Dorothy didn't slow down. She made a big move behind the camera, producing and directing over 70 episodes of The Nanny. She even made a hilarious guest appearance on the show, proving she still had those comedy chops. Dorothy also popped up in movies like I Love Trouble and Blow and had memorable guest spots on TV hits like Battlestar Galactica and The Blacklist. Now, at 77 years old, Dorothy is as vibrant as ever. She continues to pop up in Hollywood here and there, but her real passion has been supporting women in the entertainment industry and empowering the next generation of storytellers. Dorothy's career is proof that with talent and heart, you can do it all, and look fabulous while doing it. 3. Ken Berry as Vinton Harper. Ken Berry was the lovable, somewhat hapless Vinton Harper on Mama's Family, a man who just wanted to keep the peace in his chaotic family. As Mama's son, Vinton was often caught between his tough, no-nonsense mother Thelma and his sassy wife Naomi. But despite his awkwardness and occasional cluelessness, Vinton's heart was always in the right place. He had a way of making you laugh with his dry humor, clumsy antics, and his desperate desire to be a good husband and son, even if it never seemed to go exactly as planned. His look was casual and simple. Button-up shirts, slacks, and that down-to-earth vibe that made him so relatable and endearing. Born on November 3, 1933 in Illinois, Ken Berry was 50 years old when he began playing Vinton in 1983. At this point, Ken had already been in the industry for years, starring in classic shows like F Troop and Mayberry RFD, so he brought a wealth of experience and charm to the role. His portrayal of Vinton was spot on, blending a little bit of goofy fun with genuine warmth, something that made the character unforgettable. After Mama's Family wrapped in 1990, Ken didn't slow down. He continued to appear on TV with memorable roles in shows like The Love Boat and The Golden Girls, and even had a Broadway moment in George M., where he showcased his singing and dancing skills. He was also known for his love of cars and motorcycles, which he enjoyed riding around the Los Angeles mountains. Ken Berry passed away on December 1, 2018, at the age of 85. But even in 2025, his legacy remains strong. From his unforgettable role in Mama's Family to his comedic timing and laid-back charm, Ken made a lasting impact on television, earning the love of fans across generations. He's remembered not just for his talent, but for the joy he brought to his audiences, both on and off the screen. 4. Alan Kayser as Bubba Higgins. Alan Kayser's portrayal of Bubba Higgins in Mama's Family quickly became a fan favorite thanks to his lovable yet goofy character. Bubba was the typical teenager, full of energy, prone to mischief, but always well-meaning. With his relaxed style, often wearing casual shirts and jeans, he embodied the carefree spirit of youth, while his antics and heartfelt moments added a special warmth to the show. Despite his knack for getting into trouble, Bubba was always eager to prove his loyalty to his family, especially his grandmother, Thelma Mama Harper. Born on December 18, 1963, in Arkansas, Alan was just 22 when he first stepped into the role of Bubba in 1986. He brought the character to life with charm and humor, earning recognition for his performance, including a nomination for a Young Artist Award in 1989. Alan's comedic timing and youthful energy helped bring a fresh vibe to the show, making him a standout member of the cast. After Mama's Family ended, Alan continued to find work in TV and movies, though none of his roles matched the lasting impact of Bubba. In 2022, he received a special honor by being inducted into the Missouri Walk of Fame, cementing his place in entertainment history. Now, Alan is 61 years old. While he may not be in the spotlight as much these days, his portrayal of Bubba continues to be a highlight of Mama's Family and a reminder of the joy he brought to audiences during the 80s. Whether you remember him as a teenager getting into trouble or simply as a beloved part of the Harper family, his contributions to the entertainment world are still remembered fondly. 5. Beverly Archer as Iola Lucille Boylen. Beverly Archer is a name that fans of Mama's Family will always remember with a smile, thanks to her unforgettable portrayal of Iola Lucille Boylen. Iola was Thelma's quirky, good-hearted, and often overzealous best friend who always showed up uninvited, offering her help and advice in the most entertaining ways. With her pastel dresses, cardigans, and constantly over-the-top enthusiasm, Iola was never short on heart or humor. Her motivation was simple. She wanted to be part of the Harper family, even if it meant pushing a few boundaries and getting into mischief along the way. Born on July 19, 1948 in Chicago, Beverly was 35 years old when she first stepped into Iola's shoes in 1983. From the moment she appeared on screen, it was clear she had the perfect comedic timing and the ability to make even the most awkward moments hilarious. Her portrayal of Iola brought a delightful balance of sweetness and stubbornness, making the character one of the show's most beloved figures. After Mama's Family wrapped in 1990, Beverly kept busy with roles that showcased her versatility. She played Gunnery Sergeant, Alva Bricker on Major Dad, and she made guest appearances on Full House, Family Ties, and Grace Under Fire. Her performances in all these roles continued to impress, always with that same warm charm and comedic spark that made Iola such a standout character. Beverly retired from acting in 2002, but at 77 years old, her contributions to television remain a cherished part of many fans' memories. Even after stepping away from the spotlight, her work continues to influence the entertainment industry, reminding us of her talent and the joy she brought to viewers. 6. Karen Argood as Sonya Harper. Karen Argood made a memorable mark on Mama's Family as Sonya Harper, the bright and bubbly daughter of Vinton and Naomi. Sonya was portrayed as the sweet, optimistic character, often caught between the comedic chaos of her quirky family. With her casual, everyday clothes, often paired with big hairstyles of the 80s, Sonya brought a youthful energy to the show in its early years. Her character's motivation was simple: to live her life with joy and stay positive despite the colorful family drama that surrounded her. Born on November 8, 1960, in the United States, Karen was just 23 years old when she stepped into Sonya's shoes for the first 2 seasons of the sitcom, bringing an infectious charm that complemented the zany family dynamics. Though her time on Mama's Family was short-lived, her portrayal of Sonya left an imprint on the series. After the show, her character was written out, with Sonya supposedly heading off to college, never to return, but occasionally mentioned by her grandmother Thelma. Karen continued to explore acting after her time on Mama's Family, landing roles in projects like the 1981 ABC after-school special Tough Girl and appearing in Darkroom and Nash Bridges in the 90s. In 2000, she appeared in the film The Stonecutter, marking her foray into film. Currently, Karen is 64 years old. Although she stepped away from acting after her more prominent roles, her contributions to television remain fondly remembered, especially by Mama's Family fans who continue to treasure her portrayal of Sonya. 7. Eric Brown as Vinton Buzz Harper, Jr. Eric Brown is probably best remembered for playing Vinton Buzz Harper, Jr. on Mama's Family, where he brought his character's fun-loving, rebellious spirit to life. Buzz, always sporting a casual 80s look of t-shirts and jeans, was the classic teenage troublemaker with a soft spot for his family. He added a youthful energy to the show, often pushing the boundaries but showing his true heart when it mattered. Born on December 17, 1964, in New York City, Eric was just 19 when he joined the cast of Mama's Family in 1983. He really nailed the role, balancing humor and sincerity, which made Buzz such a memorable character. Though Buzz was written out after the second season, with the character heading off to college, Eric's performance was a key part of what made the show so special. After Mama's Family, Eric kept acting with roles in movies like Waxwork, 1988, and Private Lessons, 1981, and he even appeared alongside Alec Baldwin in Outside Providence in 1999. While his career didn't stay in the limelight as much after the show, his talent and charm have never been forgotten. Now, at 60 years old, Eric Brown may not be in the spotlight as much, but his portrayal of Buzz still holds a special place in the hearts of fans. His role on Mama's Family was one of those timeless performances that still makes people smile when they think back to the show. 8. Harvey Korman as Alistair Quince. Harvey Korman was a comedic legend, and his portrayal of Alistair Quince on Mama's Family was nothing short of delightful. As the overly pretentious, sarcastic British theater director, Alistair brought a much-needed touch of class and humor to the show. With his posh suits and snooty demeanor, he was the perfect contrast to the down-to-earth Harper family, always clashing with their no-nonsense attitude. It's hard not to smile when thinking of those moments, especially with Korman's flawless British accent and impeccable comedic timing. Born on February 15, 1927, in Chicago, Illinois, Harvey was 56 years old during the filming of Mama's Family. His wealth of experience, most notably from his time on the Carol Burnett Show, really shone through in his performance. His ability to make audiences laugh, even with the most absurd lines, was a testament to his incredible talent. Over the years, Korman's career continued to thrive with appearances in films like Trail of the Pink Panther and Curse of the Pink Panther, and lending his voice to iconic animated characters like the Great Gazoo in the Flintstones. His passion for both comedy and acting was undeniable. It's truly heartwarming to look back on Harvey Korman's incredible legacy. He made us laugh so much. Sadly, though, we lost this brilliant man on May 29, 2008, at the age of 81. Oh, how we miss his incredible talent and the joy he brought to our screens. His memory will live on, though, in the laughter that echoes from his iconic roles. 9. Betty White as Ellen Harper Jackson. Betty White's portrayal of Ellen Harper Jackson on Mama's Family was the epitome of charm and wit. As the sweet, slightly naive younger sister of Thelma Harper, Ellen's gentle demeanor and somewhat flaky personality brought a fresh, light-hearted energy to the show. With her relaxed, casual clothes and down-to-earth vibe, Ellen was the perfect contrast to Thelma's more no-nonsense attitude. Betty brought a special kind of sweetness to the role, playing off her impeccable comedic timing and genuine warmth, making Ellen one of the most beloved characters on the show. Born on January 17, 1922, in Oak Park, Illinois, Betty White was 61 years old when she joined Mama's Family, and she truly shone in her role. Even in the early 80s, Betty was already a beloved TV icon, and her natural ability to make us laugh with just a look or a line was a testament to her decades of experience in the industry. She effortlessly brought Ellen to life with a sweetness and lightness that we couldn't help but adore. Betty's career, however, was far from just Ellen. She was a true trailblazer in the entertainment world, becoming the first woman to produce a sitcom with Life with Elizabeth and earning countless accolades throughout her career. From winning Emmys to charming audiences in The Proposal, 2009, and hosting Saturday Night Live in 2010, Betty continued to prove that age was just a number when it came to her talent and energy. She even earned Guinness World Records for having the longest TV career by a female entertainer, an achievement that truly showcases her unparalleled legacy. Sadly, Betty passed away on December 31, 2021, just shy of her 100th birthday. But what a life she lived. Her impact on television, animal welfare, and social causes is immeasurable, and her legacy will continue to inspire for generations to come. In 2025, we still feel the warmth of Betty's kindness and humor, and we are forever grateful for the joy she brought into our lives. Thank you, Betty. Your laughter lives on. 10th Rue McClanahan as Aunt Fran Crowley. Rue McClanahan's portrayal of Aunt Fran Crowley in Mama's Family was a perfect blend of humor, heart, and that iconic sparkle that fans would later come to know so well in her role as Blanche Devereaux on The Golden Girls. Aunt Fran, with her witty comebacks and quirky personality, was the fun-loving sister of Thelma, always ready to bring a little chaos to the Harper household. She had a bold fashion sense, often wearing vibrant colors and casual yet stylish outfits that reflected her larger-than-life personality. Born on February 21, 1934, in Oklahoma, Rue McClanahan was 49 years old when she joined the cast of Mama's Family. At the time, she was already an accomplished actress, having starred in Maude as Vivian Harmon, and her role as Aunt Fran was a wonderful addition to her diverse body of work. McClanahan's sharp comedic timing was evident even in these early days of her career, making her a standout performer in Mama's Family. After Mama's Family, McClanahan's career took off even further, with her role as the beloved Blanche Devereaux on The Golden Girls, cementing her place in television history. She won an Emmy for her performance on The Golden Girls in 1987 and continued to act in various projects, including the Golden Girls spin-off The Golden Palace and the 2008 film Sordid Lives. Outside of acting, she was a passionate animal rights advocate and supported causes like same-sex marriage, making her as remarkable off-screen as she was on it. Sadly, Rue McClanahan passed away on June 3, 2010, at the age of 76, but her legacy endures. Rue McClanahan was more than just a comedic icon. She was a beloved figure whose spirit lives on in the hearts of her fans. Rest in peace, McClanahan. The world will never be the same without you. 11. Carol Burnett as Eunice Higgins. In the hit series Mama's Family, Carol Burnett took on the unforgettable role of Eunice Higgins, a character defined by her fiery temper and complex family dynamics. Known for her sharp wit, exaggerated emotions, and love-hate relationship with her mother, Eunice was always the center of attention. Eunice's quirks, struggles, and hilarious outbursts gave fans endless moments of laughter, and also a few heartfelt scenes, showing Burnett's ability to mix comedy and pathos effortlessly. Born on April 26, 1933 in San Antonio, Texas, Burnett was 50 years old when she joined Mama's Family. By then, she had already earned her place in television history thanks to The Carol Burnett Show, where she became a household name with her hilarious sketches and brilliant characters. Her portrayal of Eunice was another gem in her career, a perfect balance of humor, drama, and relatability, much like the dynamic characters she was known for. After her time on Mama's Family, Burnett's career continued to soar. She racked up an impressive list of accolades, including 7 Golden Globes, 7 Emmys, a Tony, and a Grammy. Burnett also focused on philanthropy, contributing to scholarships and causes close to her heart, such as education and entertainment. Today, Carol Burnett is 92 years old, a true living legend. Her contributions to the entertainment world remain unparalleled, and her ability to inspire generations of comedians and actors endures. Burnett's work still resonates with audiences, and her lasting impact on comedy and social causes continues to be felt worldwide. 12th. Alan Oppenheimer as Mayor Alvin Tutweiller. Alan Oppenheimer's portrayal of Mayor Alvin Tutweiller in Mama's Family remains a standout example of how humor and heart can come together. As the well-meaning yet often bumbling mayor of the small town of Raytown, Alvin was a character who truly tried his best, but somehow always ended up in hilariously awkward situations. His motives were always driven by a sincere desire to improve his community, but his actions frequently led to unintentional comic chaos. Oppenheimer's performance brought a lovable naivety to the role, his character's sincere but often misguided nature making him a fan favorite. Born on April 23, 1930, in New York City, Oppenheimer was 53 years old when he took on the role of Mayor Tutweiller. By this time, he had built a substantial career in both live-action television and voice work. While many fans may remember his voice as Skeletor in He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, his portrayal of Alvin Tutweiller in Mama's Family allowed him to show a different, more grounded side of his acting ability. His most recent work in 2019, guest starring in Tigtone, added to his vast portfolio of voice roles, showing he's never stopped entertaining audiences. Now, Oppenheimer is 95 years old, and his contributions to both live-action and animated television have cemented his legacy. Whether through his unforgettable voice roles or his memorable live-action performances, Alan Oppenheimer has proven himself to be a versatile and beloved figure in the entertainment industry. His lasting influence continues to be felt by fans old and new. 13. Earl Bowen as Reverend Lloyd Meecham. Earl Bowen's turn as Reverend Lloyd Meecham was truly a scene-stealer, bringing a delightful mix of warmth and comedy to the role. As the well-meaning, slightly befuddled preacher, Reverend Meecham often found himself in the middle of hilarious situations, attempting to guide others while occasionally missing the mark. Bowen's portrayal was both charming and humorous, as he infused his character with a sense of sincerity and a touch of comedic mischief. Born on August 8, 1941, in New York City, Bowen was 42 years old when he first stepped into the role of Reverend Meecham. His impressive acting background, both on stage and screen, was evident in every scene. His performance as the well-meaning but sometimes clueless clergyman was both lovable and hilarious, a true testament to Bowen's knack for blending comedy with sincerity. Following his time on Mama's Family, Bowen's career expanded into the world of voice acting, where he achieved even greater fame for his role as Dr. Peter Silberman in the Terminator franchise. His voice also became iconic in animated shows like Clifford the Big Red Dog and Monkey Island. Despite retiring from screen acting in 2003, Bowen continued to voice characters in radio, TV, and video games, solidifying his place as one of the most talented voice actors in the industry. Bowen's passing on January 5, 2023, at the age of 81, left a hole in the entertainment world. However, his legacy lives on, not only through the memorable characters he portrayed, but also through his continued influence on the voice acting world. It's hard to believe he's gone, right? 14th Anne Haney as Alberta Meecham. In Mama's Family, Anne Haney brought to life Alberta Meecham, Thelma Harper's fiery sister-in-law, who wasn't afraid to speak her mind or stir up some drama. Alberta was the perfect mix of sass and heart, always standing firm in her opinions and love for family, even if she sometimes clashed with Thelma. With her casual yet polished style, Alberta was a force to be reckoned with on screen, and Haney's delivery made her character truly unforgettable. Born Anne Ryan Thomas on March 4, 1934, in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Haney was 55 years old when she took on the role of Alberta in Mama's Family. Her performance was an absolute highlight, effortlessly balancing humor with heartfelt moments. It's clear that Haney's comedic timing and warm presence gave Alberta a depth that made her stand out in a memorable way. Sadly, Anne Haney passed away on May 26, 2001, at the age of 67 from congestive heart failure. Her contributions to film and television, especially her unforgettable roles in beloved classics, will never be forgotten. Such a bright, funny, and talented soul, oh, how we miss her. 15. Joseph Campanella as Mr. Hansen. Mr. Hansen, portrayed by Joseph Campanella in Mama's Family, was smooth-talking and friendly, but also somewhat sly in his attempts to win the trust, and sometimes the affections, of the Harper family. With his polished, professional look, he charmed his way through the Harper household, adding a touch of wit and mischief to the show. Campanella's performance brought a perfect balance of warmth and cunning to the role, making Mr. Hansen both entertaining and endearing in his own way. Born on November 21, 1924, in New York City, Campanella was 59 years old when he brought Mr. Hansen to life. His portrayal of the character showcased his vast experience in television and film, having been a fixture on the small screen for years. After the sitcom, Campanella continued to shine in his career with notable roles on Guiding Light as Joe Torino and on The Bold and the Beautiful as Jonathan Young. He also lent his voice to the iconic Dr. Kurt Connors, the Lizard in Spider-Man, the animated series, further solidifying his versatile talent. Though he passed away on May 16, 2018, at the age of 93, his contributions to the entertainment world live on. His incredible body of work continues to be celebrated, and it's hard not to feel the void left by his passing. We miss you, Joseph. 16. Amy Benedict as Amy Johnson. Amy was sweet, a little awkward, but always doing her best to fit into the lively Harper family. With her simple, casual clothes, she felt like the kind of person you could easily imagine as part of your own family, genuine and caring, even if she sometimes had a lot on her plate. Amy's character, played by Amy Benedict, was always trying to keep the peace and navigate family life, and Benedict brought just the right balance of sincerity and charm to the role. Born in Missouri on February 22, 1961, Benedict was just 22 years old when she stepped into the role of Amy Johnson on Mama's Family. Despite being early in her career, she made an impact with her relatable and likable performance. Fans immediately took to her, appreciating her natural ability to bring both humor and heart to the show. After Mama's Family, Benedict's career took off. She starred in Sneakers alongside Robert Redford and River Phoenix, and took on memorable roles in hit TV shows like 30-something, 24, Grey's Anatomy, and CSI. She also appeared in General Hospital and Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. Amy's versatility as an actress made her a go-to talent in both television and film. Now, Amy Benedict is 64 years old, and she's still making waves in the entertainment world. With over 3 decades of experience, she's not just known for her acting, but also for using her platform to support important causes. Whether she's acting, creating, or giving back, Amy Benedict's influence on the industry and her fans continues to shine bright. 17. Brent Spiner as Billy Bob Conroy. Playing Thelma Harper's awkward and somewhat dim-witted love interest, Billy Bob is a man with a heart of gold, but a knack for getting things hilariously wrong. In Mama's Family, Brent Spiner brings this lovable character to life with his signature charm and comedic timing. His motivation is simple. He wants to fit in, but his lovable goofiness often leads to funny situations that have us all smiling. Brent Spiner, born on February 2, 1949, in Houston, Texas, was 34 years old when he portrayed Billy Bob. Even at a young age, Spiner showed his knack for comedy, and it was clear from his performance that he was more than just a funny guy. He added a layer of sweetness to Billy Bob, making him memorable. After his time on Mama's Family, Spiner's career truly took off, with his iconic role as Data in Star Trek, The Next Generation cementing him as a sci-fi legend. Now, Brent Spiner is 76 years old, and his incredible career continues to inspire. Whether on screen, in the theater, or as a voice actor, he's touched countless hearts with his talent. His ability to balance humor and depth in his roles, from the lovable Billy Bob to the complex Data, has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. And there you have it, a look back at the beloved Mama's Family cast, then and now. From Thelma's sassy one-liners to Vinton's hilarious mishaps, these actors gave us memories that still make us laugh today. But before you go, tell us, if you could have dinner with any Mama's Family character, who would it be? And why would you choose Mama to cook? Let us know in the comments below.